I hate how long this takes to tell me the time. Waiting for it to tell me the stream has actually started by telling me the time.
I think it started already, dude.
If chat hears us, let me know. Yeah. There we go. Now there's the 000. I always wait until the 000 because I've started talking before the 000 and it hasn't actually fucking gone through.
Yeah, if you go watch the last one I was on, yeah, it was already live because you're like, I'm waiting for the time.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've started once it says that we're live and once it gives the viewer count, and it has been lying through its fucking teeth because I'll then go back and quickly check, and nothing for like the first 4, 5, 6 seconds of me talking came through. So I wait for the 000, but sometimes 000 takes fucking forever. But good evening, everyone, and welcome to the zoo. The minions with me this evening are Eeyore.
Why am I here?
Because you showed up.
We're asking that ourselves many, many times. Adam?
Yes.
Say hello, everyone.
What's up?
Poppy.
Hello.
And Sora Luna.
Hello.
And as it is once again a Friday, I'm the keeper for this evening, Sanguine. How are all of you doing tonight?
Tired.
I'm alive.
Yay.
You sound tired? You sounded half dead as you said tired.
Well, that's how tired she is.
I want a nap. But good.
That's good to hear. And the rest of you, let's go Poppy. Let's go reverse order with how you doing? So we just heard Sora, Poppy.
Yeah, good. I mean, I'm kind of lying, but yeah. Woo.
So the polite doing good rather than the actual doing good.
It's Texas and it's fall, so it was 85 today, and now it's 50. And I have
85
arthritis.
Sounds like death. The 50 sounds much more manageable.
Yeah, but I have arthritis. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So like, I'm good in the parts of the year where it doesn't drop or go up very much, but like when it
change that kills you, right?
Yeah. So I'm in a good mood. I'm just not moving a lot.
One thing that I know helps me, I have my fucked up knee that is now a weather determinator. Anytime that it drops in temperature or it's about to rain or anything like that, it feels like my knee gets hit with a baseball bat. If you wrap the shit out of it, it gets that to much, much, much lesser degree.
I'd look like a mummy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So then just select the couple of things that are the most painful and go for those.
True.
But let's continue on up to Adam.
Hello.
Hello again. Want to tell us how you're feeling?
How am I feeling currently?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if you really want to try to do a bit of prognostication, how are you feeling tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to tomorrow yet. So I don't know how I feel.
He's always a day away.
It is.
Do not.
Okay, we'll save it for later. Okay, how's that? Maybe tomorrow.
It's not my fault that he said tomorrow.
No, it's not your fault either. In my brain, I instantly thought, "I love you tomorrow."
Exactly.
Well,
Sunny.
Come on, Sora. Actually, Sora, your avatar kind of looks like the sun, and the sun will come out tomorrow.
It's more like Cassandra.
Okay, well,
Moisturize me.
Yep.
I thought that's what that was.
That's how I feel right now.
no.
you're
Felt
you're flat. You're flat and stretched out.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else knows Doctor Who. So
Yep.
Well, I'll sing y'all a song later in the show. And yeah, hey Sanguine, check the private notes, and it's
Okay.
yours. Man.
Copy that. And yep, Eeyore.
Yes, what do you require of me?
Have you not been paying attention? We've asked the same question to each person. in turn.
How is my day doing? It is doing lovely. I am about to start new work in a couple of hours. Actually, the better half of a day, but well, we're only 23 minutes from the turnover of the day, so today.
Very nice.
Other than that, bad teams therapy for football.
Hey, Eeyore, who do you think's gonna? Do you think the Bears are gonna do another win like last week?
Okay, Sanguine might disagree with me on this, but with Justin Jefferson on IR and how the Vikings have been playing, I give it to the Bears.
Get out of here! Shit, that's the second person who said that, and I chose fucking Vikings. Damn it! Damn it!
He's now reconsidering his bets a bit too late.
Yeah.
And Eeyore, you should know by now, I was really fucking good at playing football. I just get angry when I try to watch it now, because anytime that I see a lineman fuck up, I start cursing at the son of a bitch. If they don't see the obvious fucking blitz, what the fuck is wrong with them? And hello, Kefti.
Hello, is it
Hello.
blitz?
If that's
the
the
ball
case-
blitz? Sorry.
If that's the case, do not, under any circumstances, ever watch the Broncos this season.
Yeah, I loved playing football. I get pissed off every time I watch it. If I see someone who takes a little knock and immediately goes out for the rest of the game, fuck you. Also, if I see someone who doesn't pick up a block that was fucking telegraphed, fuck you. How you doing today, Kefki?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just getting the last bit of my dinner just about ready for me to start cooking when I have a bit of time.
What you making for dinner?
Tonight, I have a couple of steaks that are currently in the bain-marie for my sous vide. Bain-marie just means bath of water. Which are being cooked up to a perfect medium rare. They were marinated. Then I'm going to pat them dry once they come out. Hit them with a blowtorch so that they get seared on the outside perfectly. I have rice, which is some pepper, some onion, beans, rice, bubbling away with chicken stock and a bit of tomato paste. So really nice, flavorful, spiced rice. Then I have a quick tomato salad, effectively. It's tomatoes, some grated garlic, mixed up with a bit of olive oil, bit of flavored balsamic, and a splash of white vinegar with some cilantro. So that'll be fantastic. I'm going to be tossing some onion that I have sliced up into a screaming hot pan with a little bit of oil, get some nice color on those, pull them out, splash in a bit of the reserved marinade from the meat, and then plate it all up when it comes time.
And hand it to me, right? Sorry.
Get in line.
Belly.
Sanguine's food is always so fancy. I just had like chicken sausage in the air fryer. Like,
At least you cooked. I was so tired. I stopped at DQ on the way home and got chicken strips.
well,
Oh.
I made the family like a fucking Velveeta skillet thing because like I wasn't up to cooking and I just because I'm on this stupid restrictive diet thing. I just did chicken sausage in the air fryer. And Sanguine just names off 95 ingredients.
Not anything as drastic as that. I'm up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Oh god, he's counting.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 ingredients.
Chicken sausage in air fryer.
So I have 14 ingredients if you count garlic powder and garlic as separate ingredients.
Mine was honey garlic strips. Does that count?
It sounds yummy.
Peanut
15
butter and nanner
ingredients.
sandwich.
If you count the smoked garlic powder that I also used as a separate.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Yo, just Cannibalistic Wizard said hi to everybody, but he called Sora Luna Moon Lady, and I just was the Smashing Pumpkins music video popped in my head. I'm like, oh shit, it is Sora Luna. They're going to the moon.
I want to know which one is AOC. Is that Eeyore?
Yeah, which one is AOC?
Yeah. The donkey.
I'm
is
assuming
the
yes
donkey.
because he's kind of doing it in the order that it's on screen. So, but
cool.
I do love the idea.
Oh man.
Gerbil.
Oh, the donkey
I know
first. Okay, yeah.
Gerbil. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
the one with donkey teeth is the donkey. Makes
Well,
sense.
donkey is one. What did that guy say? Thick booty Latina.
From Spittle Buggies, dear Kefki, squirrels are tasty.
Whoa, are they?
Squirrels are tasty.
Don't eat the squirrels. They are friends.
They
taste
are
really
not-
nice.
I had insane ones that lived around my house that ate acorns way too much, and they laughed at you as they threw rocks at you.
No,
They are
they delinquent squirrels.
No, they went insane because they acorns. But nobody believed the squirrels would laugh at you until they would laugh at them. Like my daughter thought I was crazy, Willow, and she was sitting in the yard and they started throwing stuff at her and laughing, and she's like, "Those little fuckers do laugh," and I'm like, "I know."
Poppy, you don't understand. Those squirrels grew up in broken homes. Okay, so they didn't have any proper upbringing. So all they knew to do was to steal and throw rocks and laugh at people.
they were assholes.
They,
Spittle.
I
Ferret
really,
coats
I
are
really
warm
like-
for the ferrets. Sorry.
They
I
also really,
forgot about that part. Sorry. That was-
they also really like to run out in front of cars.
Why?
I don't know if they were trying to kill themselves or cause crashes, but they kept running out in front of the cars.
second
their-
one, I think.
Yeah, that's their gang initiation. Is they try the car
Flip
accident.
over SUVs.
Yep.
And like 2 of them bit through power lines and killed themselves.
Oh God.
It took the power out for the whole neighborhood.
Oh God.
They're crazy.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
that, but also that's kind of funny.
They're cute from afar, but I don't want to live near a batch of them ever again.
Also,
Oh, see?
again, they're tasty.
Well, there you go. That's part of the fight. Maniac Man says that the squirrels are thieving. POS is stealing his strawberries. See, that's the thing, is they get into gang culture and all of a sudden they're stealing strawberries and trying to cause car accidents. You know, Sanguine, I
See-
think you're right. Maybe we should just
With
eat 'em.
us,
Mm-hmm.
if they would just steal, so we have the only like edible plant that survived that was like planted by us is my apple tree, and they don't. I wish they would just steal the apples because they're not that big if they get them young, right? But no, they insist on nibbling on them on the branch, and then from underneath you think, "Oh, look at all the lovely apples we have," and then you start pulling them off or pick them up, and they're full. They're full of little bite marks all over it.
Yep.
And you try to like save as much as the apple as possible, right? Like the other half if it's possible, but at the same time, it's like, you fuckers, can you just eat the whole apple instead of like scraping your teeth on like every single surface?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One time, one stole a whole pack of Oreos from our kitchen.
Squirrels?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Home invasion? So they are getting
they're breaking in. See, they're breaking into homes now.
We had our back door open for the dog, and when I came out of my bedroom, it was dragging a pack of Oreos out the back door.
Good Lord. See, this is a time where I would ask Terry, how did you Australians take care of your bird problem?
Oh, the magpies?
No,
I thought he meant the emus.
the emus.
Oh, okay. I thought
They
you were talking
didn't, they
about
lost.
the other Australian bird problem.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was bird problem too. Electric Boogaloo.
Because Australia has a massive problem with the magpies, which are also thieving bastards, and will also attack you.
Yes, they are. They very much like shiny things.
Mm-hmm.
Any shiny thing.
They're a slightly smaller member of the Corvus family. So, think a black and white crow that's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, they got white tips on their wings.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, right? That's magpie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's black and white. It normally has white spots on like the tips of the wings, as well as a splotch of it on the chest. And then they're about 75% the size of a crow.
I like all of them. I think they get a bad name.
They're beautiful birds. They're also smart as hell when it comes to bird intelligence. But because they're smart as hell when it comes to bird intelligence, they can be absolute little cunts.
Oh, yeah, of course. Dude, crows will hold grudges and tell other crows to hold grudges against you. If you do something bad to a crow, the whole group of crows in the area hate your guts and will fuck you up.
And it's the same way with
generational
magpies.
too.
Yep.
The next generation will remember too.
Yep.
That's why my friend feeds them. Like she gardens, so she will deliberately like dig up grubs and stuff and lure in the crows to make friends with them, so they don't bite and dive bomb her during nesting season. It's worked.
Well, if they start liking you enough, they'll bring you like little pieces of art they make and shit. It's cute.
I love them. They're so intelligent. They're lovely.
Yeah. I like them. They're very smart for birds, and they're not in a creepy way like when parrots talk. I'm sorry. I don't know why parrots talking creeps me out.
Then you wouldn't like if you have a really well-trained raven. I
do like ravens.
Yeah, but ravens, if you train them well enough, you can get them to start mimicking.
Oh yeah, well, I had a semi-conversation with one once. They're actually, I like raven. I don't know why parrots just. I think it's because their eyes shrink when they talk. It weirds me out.
Oh, they did the pinwheel thing.
Yeah, it's only when they're talking. So like their pupils will be real big, and then they'll say a word, and it shrinks real fast, and then goes back out. And I think that's what trips me out. I don't know. They just look evil.
Looking around, happy as can be, then they start speaking to you, and they just get this, "You piece of shit," look in their eye. Is that what it is?
I don't know. They look judgmental.
How
I like
dare you
ravens.
make me waste my words on you? Looking around again,
Also,
perfectly fine.
Most parrots I know have been complete dicks. For some reason, I knew a bunch of old ladies who all had parrots, and they were all dicks. Like every single one of them. It's just like one of them was kind of funny because you'd walk in the room and he would hit his bell and say goodbye.
Nice.
Like automatically, he wanted you to leave right away.
I appreciate that.
It's probably because the old women were spoiling them rotten, just like many animals or small children. The
Yeah.
ones that are the most dickish are the ones that get spoiled.
Yeah. Well, he was the one, his past owner had died, and the daughter that, got inherited him said he's been an asshole ever since her mother died. Like, he just hates all humans. It was such a. And I was like, I feel bad for him because I can understand that. But he also told you to fuck off. So it's like, I'm trying to be nice and give him french fries, and he's just telling me to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's rude. That's a rude
Yeah.
burb.
I get he had some depression issues, which is weird to think that birds can have, but he was mean. He tried to bite you and shit.
Functionally, if an animal's smart enough, it can get depressed, which is
Yeah,
kind of fucked up when you think about it.
yeah. I know my dog gets depression. She's not even that smart. I don't think you have to be very smart to get depression.
There's a minimum level of intelligence that is needed for you to get depressed, it seems, but once you hit that minimum, it's like, yeah, you can be depressed at this point. Doesn't necessarily mean that you will be, but you can be. Whereas if you're below that level of intelligence, then it's just like, nah, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was that dumb.
Between the ears, no thoughts, just floof.
Right?
There's actually one of the names for a mental disorder that I find the funniest just because it's fucked up is there's happy puppet syndrome, which is also known as Angelman's syndrome. It's a genetic condition where everyone with that genetic condition has like a sub 60 IQ. So really low IQ.
Yeah.
They are almost permanently smiling, but it isn't like with some disorders the smile is due to rictus of the face.
Yeah.
It isn't that.
They're just happy.
They can not smile. It's just that they're almost permanently smiling.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean, when
then
you're really dumb, there's not a lot to worry about.
it janks up their motion, which is why it's happy puppet syndrome, because they have this smile and then they have this very jerky motion, kind of like someone's moving a puppet.
Whoa, so it's like that newscaster's like, love that Joker from Batman.
Nice. Yeah, the little marionette that he was using for that.
No, when they got used the toxin on the people, and all of a sudden everybody started having the Joker face.
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
But yeah, the happy puppet's due to the fact that it looks like someone's using a marionette control system in order to move them. Like I said, it has another name. It's called Angelman's syndrome. Because the doctor who first described it was Dr. Angelman.
Yeah. I don't know. They've proven that people with depression are just they see the reality more realistically than everybody else does. And I was like, that's actually kind of depressing, which is a little ironic. But yeah, there's been scientific studies on that. So I mean, if you aren't very smart, which isn't a horrible thing, I don't think, at least, you don't have that problem. You're just happy, living in your own little world.
Are the studies that you're talking about the ones that say that people who are depressed are more likely than their cohort to properly know the stats about things? Is that the study that you're referring to?
There was more than one. God, it was like 8 months ago. Somebody sent me into that rabbit hole. There was more than one. I think that was one. I'm not sure, but yeah, there was more than one of them that was just saying like they see like world events and stats and reality, like just around them of what's going on a day-to-day basis more accurately than like normal people.
Yeah, the one that I remember seeing was that they were more accurate when they were talking about stats than their cohort would be. And the way that they defined cohort was if the person was of one political alignment or the other, their cohort would be people within that political alignment.
Mhm.
Since there's massive errors in the assessing of the likelihood of various events happening depending upon your political alignment, which is always something that's kind of interesting to look into.
Sora?
Hmm?
Sora.
Yes.
Is that picture? Is that a cheesecake with a face?
your avatar's overshared picture.
Like everybody's guessing what it is.
It's a very it's a piece of skin.
Oh.
It's a person. It's very,
It's from
very
Doctor Who.
stretched and old.
It's the last living human who's not actually very human. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Doctor Who.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Okay. I thought it was a cheesecake with a face.
No, it's Moisturize Me.
Moisturize me.
Doctor Who.
I enjoy her. It's just fun.
Doctor Who was so fucking good, and then it got so goddamn bad.
Yeah.
But David Tennant's back again.
Oh,
I don't trust them. I don't trust them to try to watch it. I feel like, sometimes you've moved beyond something, and I just don't feel like going back to, we've moved on. We're different people. We've grown apart.
I would actually watch it, but you can only watch it on their own live streaming bullshit, and I'm not buying another one. So.
Oh,
yeah,
on what? Only on like
BBC.
What? Seriously? Oh, well.
Yeah, they moved all Doctor Who episodes to just their specific, live streaming service, and I'm like,
oh, that's shitty. No.
Yeah, or their streaming service, not live streaming, but their own service. Yeah, they took it off of everything else, even the old episodes. Now they're playing from the very original Doctor Who all the way to the latest ones, but you can't watch them anywhere else.
So they're not even in syndication, because they used to play all the time on like regular cable here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I know like you can't find them on any other streaming service.
And their thing is BritBox, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
Well,
yeah.
BritBox is like Acorn TV, BritBox. Those are just like streaming services.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think the one that the BBC signed up as being a member of is
they made their own. They made their own.
Separated away from BritBox and they made their own.
I think so. Yeah, a couple years ago. And that's when I quit being able to watch it, because like they took it off of everything else, and they're like, well, now you got to order this one to watch Doctor Who, which that's the only reason anyone's ordering it, because what else is there to watch on that? And so
yeah, the BBC does certain period pieces rather well, and period pieces are pieces from a time period. It's not some woman on the rag. That's not what a period piece is. I know.
Sanguine.
Don't give them ideas, Sanguine.
No one assumed that. Where the fuck that was the weirdest explanation you've made.
Do you know how many times I've seen people, when someone says period piece, they start going, what the fuck's a period piece? Or they start thinking that it's someone menstruating.
No one in this room,
Yeah.
figuratively speaking, thought that.
I don't trust people enough.
I don't think anyone here is that dumb, but okay. No one seems that happy here, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's humanity, though, so. Present
let's talk about
company
this
is excluded, but humanity in general, I fully believe what Sanguine's saying.
But
So the menstrual
They do.
cycle.
period pieces rather well. At least they did for the longest time. They started fucking those up. Not terribly long ago, unfortunately.
I don't remember the last time I watched anything by them.
Yeah, they did some really good ones. They then started fucking shit up because like Downton Abbey was a good period piece. It wasn't for everyone. If you didn't like that sort of show, then you don't like it.
Yeah.
Down Abbey?
Downton Abbey. It's a movie about English aristocracy in the Perry War period.
Oh God, Spud! Spud! Spudrick!
It follows.
It could be. I'm sure there is some sort of market for that, but 100%.
Period piece. I'm sorry.
No, he's talking about there's a woman that already did that like years ago. She was doing that.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, there was a woman who did that. There was another woman who shoved a few thousand feet of yarn up inside of her, white yarn, to dye the yarn, and then wove something with the yarn, or knitted something with the yarn, rather.
Ew! Jeebus! Ew!
There
Ew!
was
Ew!
Another
Oh man, I'm
person
trying to eat
So
my spaghettios.
sanitary.
There was another person who they would swallow effectively paintballs, and then they would shit them out onto the canvas.
That's actually how
I
I
think they were
started
Kegel-
talking to
they were
Monkey way
Kegeling
back in
them
the day. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's how I ended up talking to Monkey way back in the day, and how I ended up in his Discord to talk to all these people was because, the whole period thing that was going on at the time, like the free bleeding and all that. Yeah, I raged out about it, and he found it amusing.
You remember that? If you recorded that, that would have been a period piece.
God damn it.
Forgive the sounds. I'm actually putting my keyboard back together after cleaning it.
Hey, at least you're not falling down the stairs.
Oh no.
I was seriously about to ask you guys, where is the G key?
The what?
At least
Just
it
like a
was
man.
the key and not the spot, though I'm not sure he knows where it is.
That's what the joke was. I said, just like a man. You have to ask where it is.
An inappropriate joke.
Wait, what's a G key?
The G key. The G.
We'll tell you when you're older.
A good key. A good
The
key.
G
Let me
key.
see if I can
With the way that you
fish it
type
out of my
G.
wash water. Nope, that's an equals key.
Is that
Monkey.
like Popeye talk? Like
What?
equals key?
How the fuck did all your keys come off your keyboard, dude?
He's
I
claiming
took
it.
them off
For why?
He's cleaning
to
them.
clean them.
Why are you doing that in the middle of a live stream?
Yeah, dude, why are you doing that?
It's donkey.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Donkey's
Why?
never been the brightest.
No. Not only
Why
that,
do we
but
need to know? Oh, good. Sorry. Is it?
when asked if anybody wanted to join, Donkey's like, yeah, sure, I'll join. So, and he knew damn well when the show started.
Yep.
Why
So
the fuck
you're
are
like,
you
I'm going to
joining?
take apart my keyboard.
Gross.
That seems like an
I'll join.
opportune
It'll
time to
give me
take it.
something to do while my keyboard's disassembled. That was the thought process.
Oh, okay. I guess I can see that. I was gonna say because that makes sense why he's typing all these weird cryptic messages in the private chat.
He doesn't know he's typing. He's just like trying to put the keys back on, and it's like WXT.
You know, if you
Yeah,
read
they were
it
cries
backwards,
for
it
help.
summons a demon.
Like I said, at least he's not falling down the stairs in this stream.
Not falling down the stairs yet.
Yeah, don't do that. No, that.
Yeah,
He
no.
never actually fell down the stairs. He'd just roll over in bed, and it sounded like a bunch of pots and pans flying down staircases.
Yep.
So I would just be like, "Oh, Donkey's falling down the stairs again." Also, he had a torrid affair with a cricket
That he did.
and a
He's
chip bag.
also very proud of being able to manage his 3-inch charge.
Okay, that wasn't on stream, you.
No, it wasn't. Do you think that meant that it wasn't fair game? You are sadly mistaken there.
And I believe there is some sort of recording to him admitting to being a communist or something. I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember.
will
That is
constantly
Zelthor.
say that. I will constantly say this. That was under emotional coercion by Icy and Sanguine.
Sure it was.
There's
That
a
doesn't sound
lot
very
of donkey lore. There's a lot of donkey lore.
Yep.
There's just a lot of it.
Yeah, there's so much that we had to take a big chunk of it and just shove it off in some cave in the Dead Sea and hope nobody finds it for a long time.
I'm
Was
sorry
any-
if I thought.
Really, really fucking worried where he was going with that sentence. Once he got there was so much of it. We took a big chunk of it and we shoved it.
No, that was you.
I
I'm
could
sorry.
taken it.
It
I'm
worried
sorry
me for a moment. I was concerned where that sentence was going.
I'm sorry if I sound muffled. Apparently, chat says I sound muffled. I'm on my phone and I'm moving around, so oops.
That's okay.
Also, I don't know where to put my hands, so.
Okay, there's going to be 6 keys that I have no idea where goes.
How do you not
It's
know
a-
where they go?
It's a
Because-
finite space, a keyboard. How
It's
how
the same
did you get...
keyboard you've been staring at for God knows how long.
Poppy,
The
Poppy,
thing is,
Poppy,
Donkey
Poppy.
did the thing that you're never supposed to do when it comes to cleaning your keyboard. What you're never supposed to do is just disassemble your keyboard without taking a picture of it.
Donkey, donkey,
Take a
donkey,
picture.
donkey. What are you guys say to me?
Of your
Dude.
keyboard. Then
Done.
you disassemble the keyboard. Then when you're reassembling the keyboard, you look at the picture and you piece that shit back together.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask a question. Is this one of those things that's weird about my brain? Can y'all not just see the picture in your head?
Okay,
Well, I mean, if you
I
took
was
like
about
a
to
typing
say,
class,
Poppy,
maybe, but
the 6 I'm referring to is those 6 above the arrow keys that you almost never use.
yeah, no, you always
Okay.
use them. You
Insert
never
home,
use
page
So
insert
up,
home.
insert
delete,
home,
and
page up, delete, and page
page
down.
down. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
That did not
will
answer the question I asked.
Fuck's sakes, I just found another one of those 6.
Oh my God.
Find an extra
Well,
piece.
not-
How do you find an extra piece when you just took it apart?
If it's an extra one, does that make it 7, or did you
I-
just?
I said I found another one.
Yeah, an extra piece.
I'm leaving those 6 aside so when I have the entire keyboard, I can just Google where they all go.
Okay, but no, seriously, like, can y'all not just see the image of things you've seen before in your head?
Yes.
Not a
and
section of the
item.
keyboard I rarely use.
20% off
Yes.
the day of the time.
I know. So
I
the
try to see things in my head, but they're always warped and different.
I have like that dyslexia power where I can see like a image in my head and I can spin it all around and mess with it, and yeah. So
Nice.
like,
I have
That would have been useful to have.
I have that ability. The things that I end up having trouble with are I don't necessarily remember the macro keys that I have on my keyboard. I can remember the rest of the layout, but the macro keys, I forget where the fuck they are and in what order they are. But I can assemble, disassemble, and do shit like that when I'm thinking about something. It's part of the full sensory thoughts.
and the rotating pictures in your head sounds really cool until you're trying to figure out which way an L goes.
Yep.
Because
Hey,
everyone
Eeyore,
goes,
Eeyore,
Well,
Spud
so-
says from left to right, it's insert, home page, up, bottom row, delete, and page down. Oh yeah, and end, delete, end, page down. He's got it in text chat, in the minion's text. If you want to know the order.
Okay, so left, right, up top is insert,
Uh-huh.
Home.
And
home. I have that, I believe.
Okay. And then page up.
You have a home, that's good.
I do not have the home key on hand.
Oh.
He's homeless again.
Skip that one.
I mean, you really don't need
Page
it, right?
up. That's, you know,
Bottom row is delete and page down. Okay.
yeah.
there you go.
Thank you, Spud.
Team effort.
Thank you.
And there was much rejoicing.
Now you just gotta find your home.
But yeah,
That's
No,
a
we
good
can work on
question.
your name.
Rotten Corpse asked, but did you lose control?
I only have one control in the keyboard right now.
So just half of it.
Yeah.
Are you in control?
No, but that was
Never.
like that was actually one of the most just like I always knew people's brains work differently and everyone has different perspectives, but finding out some people can't have pictures in their head or there's different versions of what pictures in your head look like some people will see the outline of things or blurry pictures of things, and or like when you're reading books, some people don't see a movie playing in their head, and I'm like, well, of course some people don't like to read then.
Yep. The one that I found out that I do that a lot of people can't do when it comes to the full sensory. Well, a lot of people don't even have full sensory thoughts, which was very fucking strange.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you think without full sensory thoughts?
Like
But-
we talked about it before. Where it's like I could taste things in my head, and yeah.
Yep. And that's the big one for me because I can taste things just thinking about them. I can figure out how something that I want to make is going to end up tasting.
Right, like you could like, oh, would this be good with garlic? And then you think about it with garlic, and then you know.
Yep, and when I've said that to people, I've had them go, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
Well,
they think
can't
you're
you
like
just think about it. I'm
insane.
asking- yeah, I'm asking, can't you just think about it? You should just be able to think and know if it's going to taste good.
Right.
Well, maybe it might be. I just
To
throw
add to
this
that
bone in it.
idea, you are well aware that sometimes flavors combine and become something completely different.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I was
you-
gonna say. No, I was gonna say is sometimes you'll run across people who haven't had that flavor enough where they can pinpoint it. You know, like Sanguine, you cook, so I mean you've experienced these seasonings and flavors many times, so you're able to pinpoint it. Poppy, if I'm sure you're the same. But to somebody who may not, be able to tell the difference between two different spices, that concept might be very foreign. The only thing I could think of it like that is like in terms of like drawing. somebody who's really gone through a lot of, say, anatomy can just draw something, draw a body in a pose without even thinking about it, whereas somebody who's just learning is still looking at it like, okay, I got to draw these circles and shapes. How do you just go about it as well?
Yeah.
The
Well,
experience.
but what I mean is like literally, if I think of a food, I can taste it. Like I literally taste it.
Oh well, yeah. That,
Huh.
So, when I'm describing things, like when I'm talking about the way that I make my fajita marinade, both Poppy and I are able to think of the flavor that I'm saying, as long as we have that in our memory bank, effectively. We think about it, and then with every additional ingredient listed, that flavor that we're tasting changes because those additional ingredients are getting added in. So when I'm talking about my fajita marinade, and I say, so I start with a lot of garlic. Garlic immediately
Yeah.
is
Like I taste
in my
garlic.
mouth. Yeah.
And as soon as you
Then-
said cilantro, it was all ruined for me because I'm one of the soapy cilantro
Oh,
people.
for God's sake.
Yeah,
Stop being a
Yeah,
baby
stand
and eat
strong,
your
Poppy.
cilantro.
we
So
will be victorious. Remove that devil's lettuce.
No, you will eat your
Cilantro's
cilantro and
delicious.
you will like it.
No,
I will make you eat down this soap. Shut up.
But,
But
it tastes like soap.
they won't know
man.
the difference. They'll probably be like,
No,
"Oh,
you
what's
have-
this delicious cilantro you've given me?"
you just have the wrong genes. It's not your fault. We feel terribly sorry that you were born with this crippling handicap, but it's because you have the wrong genes.
Well, yeah,
So-
I already knew that.
It's garlic, habanero,
Nice,
jalapeno.
very nice.
I use cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can substitute out the cilantro. Do equal measures of flat leaf parsley
Yeah, that's better.
and oregano,
Very nice.
fresh oregano. Do
Yeah.
an equal measure of those, and it'll taste good. It won't be the same as my cilantro one, but if you don't like cilantro, then go for that.
Yeah.
And then lemon zest, lemon juice, salt, olive oil. Sorry, lime zest, lime juice, not lemon. Lime zest, lime juice, olive oil. Blitz that all together, and you get this nice, spicy, but not overpoweringly spicy, herbaceous, garlicky marinade that you shove chicken in that, you shove beef in that, you shove lamb, pork, whatever the fuck cut of meat you want to shove in that. It's delicious.
So you
Shoving
so
meat and
Poppy,
thing.
you
Great way
Yes.
to put it.
you
What's
and
up, babe?
Moses can actually taste the food that you're thinking of.
Yeah, I can smell. Oh, dude, I have such a problem with like occasionally I'll just start smelling smoke, and I thought I was crazy. No, it's because like I'd wake up dreaming of a fire, and I would actually smell smoke.
Yep.
Oh wow,
So
see, that's really cool. But I don't know. I think the way with my brain works, that would be a curse because I'd be thinking of like chocolate or something, and then my mind would think of something else, and it would be like, oh god,
Yeah.
it's just-
oh yeah, that can happen. And
Oh, yeah.
full sensory. So I get
That's
all the tastes, I get all the smells, I get when
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a lime, for instance, I get the taste of lime. I get the smell
Huh.
of lime. I
Yeah.
can see a lime.
I think it's an autism thing.
Yeah, I can see a lime. It isn't like there's a lime just suddenly sitting there and I think that a lime's sitting on the counter. No, I can tell that this is my thought seeing the lime rather than legitimately
It's not a
the lime
hallucination.
sitting on the counter.
Yeah. It's not a hallucination. Like I like with the sight thing, it's mostly I know it's in my head. It is different from out in front of you, but it's like in your brain.
Yeah,
But-
for me, it ends up kind of like think an overlay transparency that you can shift the level of transparency for it.
So it's like a ghost line?
Kind of, but not
For me,
quite.
For me, it's more like seeing things behind my eyes.
Oh.
That would be another way of referring to it, yeah.
You see,
Where-
that is confusing. I know what you mean, because delusions, yeah, that'll happen. You see it there, but it's not actually there. But then how can you tell it's not there?
Well, you see
Like-
it. The thing is that the way that it works for my mind is I know it's not there, but I can still see it, and I can. So it never. I guess the easiest way of expressing it is think
You imagine it.
your vision is.
I mean,
not
that's
quite-
that's what you guys are describing. You guys are describing the imagination of sensories. You're not actually
but-
smelling it. You're not actually tasting it. You're imagining.
No,
Sensory-
I actually do taste
I'm
it.
not saying it to say like to downplay it, but that's exactly what you guys are describing it.
No,
Except
I
it
actually do taste it. I just don't actually like. I don't see it the way he's seeing it. Like I see it like where your brain is. So imagining,
Because you're
but the
not- you're-
tasting.
But you're not, because you're not
But-
actually tasting these flavors.
But it is
you're-
my tongue.
Okay.
that
No,
feels
unless you have those actual flavoids on your tongue, you're not
But-
actually tasting. Unless you're
Well,
But
no,
they're
smelling an
thinking
actual
about
one,
it,
you're
and
not
it's making their
tasting.
body think
you're
that.
imagining it.
Sorry.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
The way that it works is if
That's
you're able
okay,
to trigger
that's
the
okay.
proper neurons in order to get that experience, you are actually experiencing it.
Yeah, you don't actually have to have the thing as long as your brain thinks you're having the
not
thing.
you're
Yeah.
not manifesting these actual.
No, we're not
events.
manifesting.
You're
It's just how our
imagining.
brain works. Okay, but some people can't even do that at all. Like you're saying imagination like it's a
No,
totally normal
But
thing.
that's what I, that's
But
what I
there
mean.
are people who nothing.
But it
But
isn't-
that's what I was saying before. Is you guys have a better sense of it because you've experienced it more. When you were describing Sanguine, when you were describing the mixture that you were talking about, there was a few flavors that I don't think I've ever tasted, so I couldn't even add it to the equation. But I was going up to it, like, yeah, garlic, okay, I got that, parsley, but
Onion.
yeah, I can imagine the taste of onion because I've had onion, so it's not beyond me to have that flavor in my memory banks. But I'm not eating an onion, so I'm not tasting an onion. I'm not smelling it, but it's in I can sure as
Okay,
day it's there.
But you keep saying onion, and now actually like my brain thinks it's actually smelling onions.
Okay, well, I
Don't start crying, Poppy.
I don't know what to tell
I
you.
will.
the triggering of the same neural pathway. So, without having the stimulus, that neural pathway is triggering, and because that neural pathway is how you experience everything. Everything that when you touch something, the reason that you feel it is because the neural pathway lights up and allows you to feel it.
Okay, so see, I was gonna ask that. Okay, you actually do taste it. I can kind of understand that because, like, if Luke taps you on the shoulder, I can feel that, right? I can feel it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing basically, except yours and Poppy's is with taste and foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have touch too.
Yeah,
Like if I
mine
think
is
about
full
being
sensory.
touched. Yeah, full sensory, like everything. Anything you could experience in real life, I can also experience with just thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, and again, it's down to
It's not neat when you have an
Effectively
overactive imagination surrounding
triggering the
pain.
neural pathways.
Yeah, this
Chris
is
has
true.
actually had an idea about it because in studies, there's for autistic people. Okay, so most people, when they're very small, like your neurons do a pruning where it cuts off all the extras. Like they just die off. But for autistic people, a lot of them, that never happens. So you have a lot of extra going on in your brain.
we have greatly reduced neural pruning. Also, if I remember correctly, when you do fMRIs of a fair number of autistics, not every autistic, but a fair number of autistics, when you do fMRIs and you tell them to remember something or think of something, if you do that on a normal person, there's specific areas that light up. When you do that for someone that's autistic, more of the brain lights up because it's greater activation, which is why I'm saying it's triggering the neural pathways.
Yeah, Chris's theory is the reason people like me and you can do that is because those parts never, you know, did what it was supposed to.
They don't get trimmed away.
Yeah. Because he's also on the autism scale, and he doesn't have that. Like, he barely has pictures in his head, so when we're reading books together, we're seeing totally different things.
Yep.
And I had to explain to him, like, okay, I know everyone hates this example, but it's one of the most well-knowns. When I read the Harry Potter books and when I watch the movies, I'm often confused on if that was in the book or the movie. And he's like, well, just think of the one you can see in your head. And I'm like, I saw both of them. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what? Like, that's when we figured out we were different. Because he's like, wait, so you read a book and you see it. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm often pissed off when the movie comes out because they don't look right to me.
Yep. And like I said, the way that I'd express it is it's kind of like you have this overlay, and you can tell that it's an overlay, and you can shift up how much attention you're paying to the overlay and how much attention you're paying to what's actually there. So it's, think of like a clear computer screen in front of your computer.
This is the last thing I'm going to say on this, because this is just weirding me out. One, I don't think there's any real way to prove any of this. Like, I mean, I can sit there and say I'm tasting an apple right now. No, okay, well, okay, hold on. I've taken my brain tests too, sir. I'm getting into it.
What the fuck kind of key is that?
I've had issues, especially when I had to go and turn my medication up, because I had random tastes and smells, and my neurologist has told me if this increases, you must increase your medication and take more tests. So I mean, I've had these experiences, but this idea of just tapping into it at willing, that's just, I'm sorry, I see it as something as at that point you should probably your brain checked out.
I've had my brain checked out a lot. My mom was schizophrenic.
And the difference is the difference between controlled and uncontrolled, and the ability to differentiate between the two.
Yeah, trust me, they had me tested a lot.
Yeah.
It's just ADHD and autism.
If it's controlled and you can tell the difference and there's never a, well, is this me thinking or is this here? Then it isn't an issue. Whereas when you're talking about like auditory and visual hallucinations, that line of actually hearing versus thinking is completely blurred.
Yeah. And also,
I just don't see what you two are saying as realistic. So that's
what we're saying.
No, that's okay.
It's strange to us that other people don't get this because this is just how we've always lived.
To me, it's very confusing that
baseline.
I don't. My very first way of being, you know, there's some people have voices in their head, not like the crazy, but you hear your own voice and that's how you think out loud. And some people don't have that. And, you know, that was freaking people out because they were like, well, how do you think? And people were like, well, I see words like spelled out or pictures and stuff. My first way of thinking, because I didn't talk for a long time, was in pictures, like picture, smell, sound. That's how my brain And when it took me longer to learn how to talk because I had to I still to this day I had to explain that to Polly, that interacting with other humans is very tiring to me most of the time because I'm translating all the information in my brain and having to make it English.
Also,
So
borrowing other people's voices is another way that I used to do it.
And it's not like that I'm crazy or anything. It's just my brain was very wired differently. And so now I have the voice in my head talking with me, or like when I'm thinking. Actually, it does it a lot because I have ADHD. So I have like shit ton of things going on at once. But like, I have to take all the information that's going on and try to put it into words. And that's why a lot of the times I sound like a complete dumbass. Or I mess up my words a lot, especially when I'm talking or typing. It's not that I don't know English. I've been speaking it since I was like 5, but it's just trying to translate like thoughts and smells into words, is like pictures into words, is a little difficult.
That's the reason why when I try to explain what it's like thinking for me, one of the ways that I use to explain it is, you know those money booths with the air jets?
I know you just spoke English words, but I have no idea what they meant.
So at like malls and in areas like that, there'll be a money booth.
Money booth. There you go.
Booth that you go into. It has an air jet. It turns on, grab as much money as you can while the jet's running, and you get to keep it.
Those actually exist?
They have them at Chuck E. Cheese with Chuck E. Cheese tickets, so I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Huh?
They exist. They aren't everywhere. They have a bunch of rules with them that make it so that you aren't able to grab as much. So, like, you have to... Only money that you catch with your fingers counts. So you can't just, like, open up your shirt and catch a bunch of air with the cash in it and then tuck your shirt in to keep the cash. So there's a bunch of rules with it, and you have to pay a certain amount, so the chance of you getting enough money out of it to make up for the amount that you paid in order to go in is very low. But the way that it kind of functions is, imagine one of those, only it's an enormous chamber. So big that you can't even really see the walls. And then rather than money flying through, it's a bunch of threads. So if I grab onto one of the threads, I can follow that thread by just pulling it through my fingers. And I can follow that thread as far as I want to. And if I want to go to another thought, I can snag that thread and I can start going through that. But since I'm still pinching the first one, I can go back to where I left off on the first one and continue feeding it through. This is where I'm able to pick up conversations effectively exactly where I left them off, unless I completely let go of that thread of thought.
But like...
These thoughts are always just whirling around me, and it is me selectively going this thought, that thought, and this thought, and then working through them.
Hey, Sanguine, real quick question. Do you also have problems going to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, I never stop thinking. No, but like what we were saying is it's very weird. Like, you know, when we're trying to explain it to people, they think we're weird and like crazy or something. But to us, it's very, very weird that people don't. Like, if you're trying to explain to me how you think, but you don't see images, like mine is different than his. It's not an overlay. Mine is basically like, you know where your brain is. That's where I see these things. Like, it's behind my head.
How we think. Best way I could describe how I think is the dog from Up. Hi there, squirrel. Just an idea, just...
Chris has explained it to me in his way where it's just like one thing at a time, and he does see kind of images, but not the way I like. He can't see it. Like if he's thinking of a house, he can't go around the house and see the back of the house and like circle it or anything. Like he just sees kind of like someone drew a 2D house.
Yeah,
And
oh, good. You finish.
Oh no, I mean I've talked to different, like, you know, I started figuring this out a long time ago, so I've talked to a lot of people. Some people see nothing, which just really trips me out. I can't picture that at all. And then like some people see things, some people don't, some people, yeah, it's very weird to me, and I feel like it's more crazy to not. And I understand people would also think it's more crazy the way we're trying to explain it. So
one of the thing, or two of the things that people have the hardest time understanding when it comes to how fucking weird my thought is I have to consciously remind myself when I know something that just because I know it doesn't mean that everyone knows it.
yeah.
And it's not like I have to consciously remind myself that, oh, I'm looking at my cabinets right now. And I have to remind myself that not everyone can look at... No, it's not that. But it's... just to say something random, I know that Teddy Roosevelt was the youngest U.S. president in history, but JFK was the youngest elected president in U.S. history. This is something that not everyone knows, and I have to consciously remind myself that not everyone knows it.
What you think is common knowledge isn't common for everybody, basically.
The thing is, I think everything that I know, unless it's a direct perception-related experience, is common knowledge.
Yeah.
If I know it, it's common knowledge, is the way that my brain works. It's difficult to remember otherwise, which is why I have to consciously remind myself.
Yeah, I've noticed you do that because you stop and explain like a lot of the stuff you're talking about all the time.
Or I will constantly ask, does anyone know what this is?
Yeah.
Because I legitimately do not know if this is something that other people know or if this is something that is just fucking weird and specific to me. And then another thing that people find really weird, this is also perception related. If I'm not near people for a period of time, my scaling immediately resets to I am the size of the average person.
Dude, Chris does that with people like around him all the time.
Yeah, so
he just thinks he's normal size.
Yeah, I'll think that my hands are normal size, and then I'll go to shake someone's hand, and suddenly there's this, oh, shit, that's right, my hands aren't normal size. Okay. That's fucking weird. And it's just this sudden slam of, oh yeah, I'm tall, I'm big, I'm not normal size. And it is something that, even when I try to remind myself so that I don't have that sensation, I can't ever manage to actually properly remind myself, so the scaling just shifts more towards my end, and then I'll be near someone, and it'll suddenly slam back to, oh yeah, that's the proper scaling of people.
I don't have that issue because I'm not... I mean, I'm big-ish for a woman, but I'm not, like, overly, like, ginormous or anything.
I'm leaving that alone.
Well,
it would have been even smarter if you didn't say that out loud. Decided that?
Well, I just meant, like, I am taller and bigger than most women, I think. I mean, I grew up in a big family, though. My stepsister was 6'1", and my step-grandfather is 7 foot. Like, it's all relative to who you're used to being around.
Uh-oh. You lose donkey?
Yes.
He found the key. He pressed the key he shouldn't have.
He found the home key.
Yeah, he did. He put the key in Britain.
God damn it, donkey. Right as I went to quickly
Oh shit! The donkey's loose. Who left the gate open?
put something into a pan, Donkey decided to do something stupid.
You know
He
what?
fell down the stairs.
He's probably looking for that.
He's
shit
not even
tree.
in the back room at the moment.
Oh
No, he
Oh,
fell
well.
down the stairs. I told you, he's down the stairs.
Oh,
It'll
he's
take a
gone.
I'm
minute.
sure he'll come back and message when he's back.
Hopefully, if
Maybe.
Well, okay. So the question is, I mean,
do we want him back? Is that what you're doing?
well, no, I mean,
I don't know. I
maybe
feel
this
like
is just-
whenever he's there, we get more Canadian representation, and I feel like, yeah. So,
Also,
yeah.
if the conversation lulls, it's always fun to make fun of Donkey.
True.
well, no, because I mean, he's cleaning his keyboard anyway, so maybe this is a good chance for him to get his keyboard cleaned before he
To
jumps.
finish
back.
it, right?
Yeah.
That or he just got annoyed with us and left. Who knows?
Oh no,
So,
he was.
Donkey,
he was-
now that you've popped
talking.
into the back room, are you going
Now there he
to
is.
not yeet yourself out again before I click you back in? Because if you're just
Oh,
going
and let's
keep
keep
on
him
yeeting
there for a
yourself-
little bit. Let's keep him there for a little bit and see what
Hey,
he
let's
does.
not
so
do
cute.
let's
Nah,
not
he's
do
good.
timeouts for that because I'm gonna probably end up there. I don't want to be in trouble. Let's not set a precedent.
Poppy knows the rules. You yeet yourself too many times, and I start considering whether I'm bringing you back in.
Yeah,
Is
but
it,
he's
wasn't
only
there a
done it
3-time
once.
rule?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, there is.
Fortunately, I have never done it 3 times in a week.
I've done it 3
I thought it was-
times in an hour.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
have
thought it was
streams
3
once a
times in the
week.
stream.
Yep, it's 3 times in a stream. If you eat yourself the first time, I'll go, okay. If you eat yourself the second time, it's now, come the fuck on. If you eat yourself the third time, now I'm starting to go, okay. If I drag them in, they're probably just going to yeet themselves again.
Sanguine sounds like the cranky father figure of our group.
In my defense, I'm fucking around with my keyboard.
Yeah, we figured you found the home key.
You do realize that, right?
And we've already had the discussion of why are you cleaning your keyboard during
While
a
on
fucking
stream.
live stream,
I'm putting it back together so I can have
This
it
is-
functioning again.
and that's
This
why you
is
got
why we asked, because you're gonna yeet yourself out the stream.
No, I'm not. There's no keys left that'll cause me to yeet myself.
Watch, he's gonna yeet himself.
Yeah, I was about to say, now that he said that, he's absolutely going to yeet
Gonna yeet
himself out.
himself.
Okay, all I have is letter keys, the F5, and some macro keys.
Yeah, the F5 is probably gonna eat.
So as
I mean,
he-
the F5 would be kind of in between F4 and F6. You got those put in place?
Yes.
Sorry, I just looked at the private chat and realized he really has been putting in like
Ah!
I like the score of 9s in the cube.
Yeah.
Is it a legitimate score? Is there 20 of them?
No, it's not. Wait, hold on.
There's a lot of like 9s and Ds.
15, you're missing 5.
Damn it!
That would have
don't
been
tell
nice.
him that. Now he's just going to type 5.
Ah, he
And
was
now-
5 short of his 20D.
My favorite's the random -9.
He didn't
And then
hit
the
your chart.
confused -9 minus plus, you know?
Right. It went from just doing like the same letter or number over and over to -9.
Yep.
At least I wasn't in like the regular chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not going to do this in
Oh,
Discord.
shit, sorry.
Excuse me.
My steaks are almost seared up perfectly.
Sanguine, did you fall in a well?
No, he walked
a-
away.
he's-
He's
Oh,
paying attention to his food.
I said my steaks are almost seared perfectly. Can you guys not hear me proper?
When you
No.
walk away,
Oh, I
you
hear you.
sound like you're far, like down a well.
I wasn't. I was at my desk. My mic is off to my side. I just leaned forward a little bit.
Well, you sounded in a
Just
well.
faded out.
Okay. strange because normally, like right now, it should be going down a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
But normally when I'm at my desk like that, it doesn't.
Dude, it's the curse of Friday the 13th.
There is no curse for Friday 13th. This is one of the best days ever. You shut your gob, Adam.
Well, you know what? It might be better for us than them because back in the olden days, Friday the 13th is when you celebrated goddesses.
Oh.
So the females might have a better association with it.
Also, I was really hoping that Kefki was about to say, "You shut your lying communist mouth."
You
Just
what
because
Moses
it sounded
said.
like he was going to do something way over the top.
That was exactly the same thing, Kefki.
Communists here.
No. Hold on.
That sounded exactly the same to me.
I think maybe Sora might have the correct answer of why I would say something like that, Sora.
What?
And I'm pointing down right, like I'm actually in a box.
Like we can see you.
Because of the Templars. Nice Templars. There was a persecution night. But also, jihadi night. So
What?
that too.
Jihad.
Yeah,
Sure, so
you didn't hear?
confused. Yeah, they called for a jihad all over the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
A couple of protests.
We have protests in my city right
but
now.
not here. Yeah, not in the United States or Canada, I think. But there was another country.
France,
We did get a lot of good memes.
teacher got stabbed in France.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And an ambassador got stabbed. So there was a few stabbings, but nothing super major so far.
No, and not to make light of that.
Yeah.
No, this is serious. Yeah.
But we did get a lot of nice memes of, oh yeah, you're coming up against a generation who grew up on Duck Hunt.
Also, I'm absolutely baffled by the number of people that have been coming out of the woodwork going, I'm legitimately scared by the number of people on my side of the aisle.
Strike
that
two. Sorry.
But
oh, never money one time in a week. All right.
Donkey, this is strike two.
I did. See, I told
Do you
y'all,
want me
didn't I?
to
I
put you
did.
back in, or do you want me to give you a moment in case you pop out again?
Yeah, dude, just fix your keyboard. You.
Just stop fixing your keyboard till after the stream.
Darn it, Adam, now I have the Duck Hunt music in my head. Why you do this?
There's no. Does Duck Hunt have music?
No, it has a little
Yeah.
chime. It goes dun 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 when he pops up
Oh
with the
yeah.
duck.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I had a weird association. You said Duck Hunt music and Mario music started playing in my head.
Ah.
Because of the two-play.
Well, they came on one cartridge. I think I had one
Yeah.
of those.
Oh, okay, maybe
Yeah,
that's
that
why.
makes sense. Yeah.
All right, my brain made the association. The rest of my brain didn't catch on to.
Because
Yeah, and
it was the SNES release was the dual play, right?
Yeah, I just didn't remember that, but apparently part of me did. Because it's just Duck Hunt music, and I just do. So yeah.
And Donkey, I'm giving you time to respond. Do you want me to click you back in, or do you want me to
Oh,
wait?
sorry.
Because you might
respawn.
yeet yourself back out. No, he's in the back room. He just hasn't been typing in the private chat other than
Every time you say
mashing
back room,
random keys.
I think of the back rooms every time you say that. Like he's just stuck in an endless hallway now.
He's stuck in the back room.
That'd be more
He's
than
He's clipping through reality.
he's in timeout in the back room, trying not to get chased by monsters.
See, that just gives me an awesome idea.
See, this is why you don't piss me off, Poppy. If you drop out too many times, I just toss you into the back rooms.
I would probably like it there. I like creepy shit.
I need index cards.
And no shit, we told you about that, Donkey.
I didn't know F5 would have yeeted me.
Sir, Donkey, stop fucking with your keyboard till after the stream.
I don't have keys
Stop it,
left that
stop
can
it.
do that. I
Stop
literally
it.
can't.
No! No,
Did
no
you find
more.
home?
Yes, all the home keys are in.
That was the first time he dropped
He's
out.
no
You
longer
stop it.
homeless.
Bad donkey. Bad. No more.
Yeah, I told you, you stupid.
Work shall continue.
No! I'm gonna lick your eyeball.
Hey,
No,
hey, hey,
But does
Eeyore.
your? I know you cleaned your keyboard. Have you cleaned the mouse as well?
Oh god, don't come
God
on my
damn
ears.
Why do I feel like Donkey has one of the old scroll balls? He has to pull out. He has to
I like
clean it with
those
some
mice.
rubbing
They're nice.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Get his
Donkey, do you
fingernail
have a
in,
roller?
Split the weird.
Do you know
No,
what?
but
To
I
be
wish
honest,
I did.
Band of
Those
guns.
things are cool.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were a
Huh?
little. I still know people who use trackballs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Though I do have to say, there was something ridiculously satisfying when you were cleaning your old rollerball mouse and you flipped it open or flipped it over, pulled out the little ball, and there were just these little bands of gunk that were on the rollers, and you just run your nail along, slit it open, and then
Yeah.
just pull that off.
No, it's so gross.
It
Yeah.
was
Alcohol.
gross, but it was
I
satisfying.
used a Q-tip.
Yeah.
It was gross, but it was satisfying.
I like Sanguine a little bit less now.
It came off all at one go. That was the satisfying part. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
How
had
often
like an
did you
apple
clean
peel.
it?
if you had to scrub it, then it sucked. But if
Yeah.
it was just that one slit and then just turn that little roller and the entire thing comes off, that was satisfying.
I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so. Yeah.
It's kind of like when you have a sunburn and you just get that
Oh,
nice, thick,
no.
clean
Why?
peel of
God
the
damn
sunburn.
it, Sanguine.
No, no, no.
Shoot. You are freaking out the ladies.
No, just me, and I'm not really that good at being a lady, but ew.
You get that people peel.
Oh, for God's sake, Sanguine.
So, like when you put Elmer's glue on your hand and let
Yeah.
it
See,
dry.
that's less
Yeah.
disgusting sounding. That's
Yeah.
fine. That I don't mind that.
That's fun.
Mm.
Yeah,
When it's
You know what
actually
was
your
fun?
own skin.
Yeah.
when you dip your
You
fingers
dip
in
your
hot
hands
wax.
in like the melted wax of a candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
those are
you make,
nice.
like,
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Okay,
That-
hold on.
that is
How do you
right.
dip your hands in the melted wax of a candle?
Yeah, and then
You
you take
stick
the.
your
light the
finger in
candle.
it.
Uh-huh.
That's a big ass candle for you to dip your
Yeah.
Yeah,
hands
get a
into.
3-wick candle.
Have you ever been to the places? Have you ever been to the places where they make the candles, like Renaissance fairs and shit?
Oh,
No,
you
I
can do
want
the
to
candle
go.
hand.
Yeah, they let you stick your whole ass arm in there. It's great.
Yep.
But you
You can
could
do
get like
Yeah.
Adam used to go
The
to like
whole
a nail
arm?
place.
The whole
They
arm.
do. You
That
can
sounds
do
bad. That's
paraffin
like, oh,
packs.
you can do that? Yeah, brother.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole arm. Oh,
Yeah,
my
Sora, those
At
knives
least
are
we're
really
talking
nice.
about candle places, and it's not Donkey saying you can stick your whole arm in.
Oh my lord.
It's a whole different kind of place.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
reminiscing about Five Guys. It's getting hungry.
Yeah, we aren't talking about Five Guys or queer heterosexuality or anything of that like. We're talking about melted wax and being able to
Yes.
stick your arm inside of that rather than the man who's more blown out than the most horrendous.
Okay, we don't need to talk about people's sex lives.
Okay, yeah,
We
yeah.
do not need to talk about people's sex lives.
We are not yet.
No. I
anyone's realm,
mentioned
but
queer
we're keeping it quiet.
heterosexuality.
Thank you.
It needs to be done every time queer heterosexuality is mentioned.
You're the one that mentioned it.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Wait,
That was a
what?
bit.
Did you fall?
But
No.
Did you find another key?
Actually, I have all the keys in now.
Yay!
I told you to stop it.
And I said I didn't have any more keys that would yeet me.
You're a bad donkey.
that- you're gonna hit the key
They
that
usually
explodes
are.
your computer.
I do not
saying
have
he's
a
a bad donkey might
I need to eat key. That sounds
inspire increased poor action from him, just so that he can hear you say that again.
I don't think Donkey likes to being, like, from me at least.
I'm half expecting him to say, "That is where you are wrong."
No, he quit trying to embarrass me with that kind of shit a while back.
Ooh. The rains are coming.
I want to stick my fingers in a candle now. Damn it! Why?
Well,
It
go
is
light
like
one,
this
bitch.
compulsive urge.
It is, isn't it? It's so.
Yeah.
It really
Now
is.
that I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
Go light one.
I'm surprised,
Wait, the
Sora,
what?
you haven't mentioned finding out about 48, 72, and 100 and what is it? 106 hour candles.
Oh, did y'all hear
Those
they have
oils?
lotion?
What?
Yeah,
hold on.
I don't like those as much.
But this is
There's
melted
lotion
wax,
candles.
right? Like, doesn't it burn?
A little
Well,
bit,
Well,
but that's the fun
part of
part.
the thrill, Adam.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
it's
It
human,
warms
it's
hot, and then it
human
instantly
fondue.
cools, and it like, it's very nice.
Hey,
Yes.
they make lotion candles now.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, when it melts, it's a lotion,
I need that.
and it comes in a teacup.
That's so amazing.
There's only one problem that I have with that. That probably means that it doesn't harden in the same way.
Yeah, it probably doesn't harden in the exact same way, but you still get that melty, pory, hot feeling.
Hey, you know what'd be
They also
cool
have
if,
massage candles.
Awesome.
if
you know
what I
they
mean.
just they
Mhm.
incorporate a car wash mechanic to this, where they just put you on a bed and you lay down flat, naked, and you go through this machine where all of a sudden this hot wax just pours over you like the soap in a car wash, and you just lay there and you let it do whatever it does. And
This
then,
strange, kinky car wash idea probably has some legs on it.
I think we might have a market for this.
We might
We
get
should contact
copyrighted.
some of our rich buddies.
We might get
Huh?
copyrighted over the bad singing we're doing.
Sorry.
The what?
Now you started it, and I kept going with it. So.
Well, no, and the best part is after you do the top part, then it rotates you around and then it gets you on the backside.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of
So it
nice.
gets both.
Have you
Yeah.
ever done? Okay, so one of the things you can do if you go to like a day spa, and I've had it done once, and it was amazing. Is you get like a full body scrub. So literally, you have someone do a salt scrub, and they literally will strip your skin off. It's amazing. It just is the best thing ever. So that's gonna be like the first buffer, you know.
I don't go to spas because I don't like other people touching me.
Fair.
Yeah.
You know, this sounds
This
like
is why you
in
go to the kinky car wash where it's no person, it's just an automated system.
Okay, that's
Runs you
sorry.
through the
They'll
wax
place you-
cycle a couple times.
and there'll be all these flashing neon lights and shit.
No, I have
But there'll be
seizures.
windows, so people are gonna be
No,
watching.
no, you have to be zen.
Yeah.
The people watching is fine, but it has to be zen.
So, Sora, kinky car wash. What?
It's like. Have you ever been to Krispy Kreme? You see the donuts going on the glaze.
Wait,
but
you
it's
got
people
donuts?
just going down.
There might be
Become the
donuts.
donut.
Now you said two things that probably struck Eeyore's interest.
I love it.
Kinky donuts.
You mentioned that someone's getting glazed and also flip you over and finish up on the backside.
Yo,
Both
dude, I
those
got an
things
appointment to
probably
get
piqued up
glazed.
his interest.
You know the name
This
of
comes
I
off
am
the
not
rails
that
completely.
lewd, but,
Krispy Kreme. My brain is thinking kinky cream, and I know that's awful, but I have to say it.
So there's I have to
That's right.
around this
Don't
topic.
ask
Oh,
him for
God.
the custard
No.
There's,
option.
we have an
Oh,
ice
man.
cream place downtown called Perverted Licks.
We're not even drunk.
Really?
Like,
Nice.
We're not
It's
even
really good
drunk.
ice cream.
And this has just gone so far sideways.
Yes.
Not sideways.
Yes.
No, they flip you.
Oh my god.
Being flipped is not a good idea.
Well, it depends on which way you're getting flipped, but yeah.
Well, it was already decided that they're flipping you over to finish on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No! No!
Just not in the
I was thinking
hair.
upside down. Upside down's not that fun.
Flip you. I'm sorry.
Don't flip me over and finish me on the back.
He prefers it on the front.
No. Okay.
No! I prefer it nowhere!
Yeah, okay, we'll give you the option to add your preference of finisher. And start from the back
You
and then
know
finish on the
someone's
front.
going
But
to
that
demand the
costs
face.
extra.
Yeah.
What was
Is
that
anyone even
segment?
watching this anymore?
Actually, we've increased viewership, so we're doing something right. Like I said, that's why the windows are important. People want to see this.
And like
Just
I
like
said, you
just
know,
like Krispy Kreme, they're waiting. Can't
Let
wait.
Sanguine speak, Adam.
you know
I'm
beyond
sorry.
a shadow of a doubt, someone's going to demand the option. If you allow them to decide where it ends up finishing, that they want a on the face option. You know that's going to be demanded.
At least once, yes.
No.
Oh no.
Gets in your eyes, then it's really unpleasant.
That's why you
I will not
close your
confirm or
eyes.
deny that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you get different flavored in your face flavorings.
That's a conversation I do not want to have.
Well, I mean, if it makes it better.
Depends on the diet.
Yeah.
Sanguine,
You know,
shush.
pineapple.
I am a fellow Spurg. You know what this'll do.
Yep.
Hey, dude. You're just here for a wax.
I also know what I reference.
Are we like half autistic people here?
Vince Bruss.
Say again?
Are we half autistic people?
Yeah.
Ah. That's just true.
Half of
That.
us are Spurgs, half of us aren't.
I am not a flirt. I'm just autistic.
Half of us are now part of the greater autistic
Community.
grouping, which I'm still pissed off that they do that shit when it comes to the diagnosis. Because first off, they took a bunch of diagnoses that were actually fucking useful, and they went, what if we cut those diagnoses out? We grouped them all together, and then we made the grouping that we just grouped everything into even less functional.
Mm.
So they can include more people and prescribe more Ritalin, or they didn't want to hurt certain people.
Who the fuck will
Fifties about
prescribe
being singled
Ritalin,
out.
We
sir?
don't get Ritalin for
Autism. And also, nobody does Ritalin
ASL,
anymore.
yeah. I was prescribed it for
You have
ASL.
ADHD. You have ADHD.
You
They
have,
just forgot to tell you.
yeah, you have ADHD, you have ADD, you have some sort of attention deficit.
Yeah, because autism is that you don't take pills for it.
Yeah.
There's no pills for that.
Oh no.
I was
Poor
also
you.
on Ritalin, but it was because of the ADHD.
But they just grouped up everything and then they made it fucking useless. Because there were important distinctions between Asperger's syndrome and high-functioning autism. They were different things. You
Yeah,
treated
but
different.
you could tell the difference between me and Sanguine.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then they decided that, no, we're just going to make Asperger's part of high-functioning autism. And then they looked at autism and they went, you know what? Autism is too restricted because autism currently only talks about people that are asocial to antisocial, meaning not social, or sorry, yeah, not social to
Auntie?
anti would be against. And I
Yes.
made one mistake because I meant to say hypo to asocial to antisocial, because that's a continuum. You start off hyposocial, below normal levels of socialization, Then when you have more severe symptoms, you become asocial, which means that you don't really give a shit. It's not that you're antagonistic. It's not that you are just not good at it. It's functionally you're just outside of it. And then you have anti, which is you're directly doing things that make people feel uncomfortable. And that used to be the scaling. They decided, but what if we wanted a hypersocial version of autism? So they just started adding hypersocial criteria.
Well, I mean, like, I do understand that, but also, like, you know, one of my daughters is very, very, what's the fucking word? There's where you don't want to be around people, and then there's people who love to be around people.
Introvert, extrovert, right?
Yeah, thank you. Extrovert. Yeah. One of my daughters is very, very extroverted. She's also the most autistic presenting one of us all. She cannot mask for goddamn shit. Yeah, which doesn't really go well together because she wants people, people don't want her.
There's a way that you do that. Either you make it a separate but related condition. That would have been the best approach. They went, yep, so we have autism and then we have beatism.
Autism light?
Whatever the fuck you want to call it. So you have autism and you have beatism.
Diet autism.
Diet autism. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. She very much likes people, but, like, the problem with the masking is she learned how to mask from us, and we don't mask at home.
Yep. And then the other option would have been, rather than splitting them into two different things, make sure that you stick a carve-out in the range around normal. Because when the symptom for autism now ranges from, you remember the eye contact symptom of autism, right, Poppy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was difficulty making eye contact to aversion to making eye contact.
Yeah.
Now it goes from obsessive eye contact to aversion to making eye contact.
You know, I can always tell if someone was trained to do eye contact, though. Because you know how they try to force you to do it, right? Yep. Like ABA and shit. Because they like dead stare you straight in the eyeballs, like they're trying to drill your soul out with their pupils, and it's fucking creepy.
Yep. But the thing is that when that's the range, it's now from obsessive to complete aversion. Normal eye contact is in that range.
Yeah, I was about to say that covers everything.
Yeah.
There's not a single motherfucker that's not on that spectrum.
Well, I mean, I guess they could say if you do too much, but I swear that's just trauma from ABA. Then no autistic person does that willingly. You just taught you have to. But maybe like just extremes and leave out the middle.
They could have done a carve-out for the middle of the symptoms.
Yeah.
Another good one is, it used to be that this is a symptom that they changed, and they changed it in an even more fucked up way. So, you know how there's some autists that have sensory aversion, right?
Yes.
But then there's other autists that have sensory obsession.
Yeah, seeking.
So, it used to be that if you had below normal desire for sensory input to complete avoidance, that was one part of it. Or if you had above average desire for to an obsessive need, that was the other end of the spectrum. They changed that. It's now if you have from an obsessive need for something to complete aversion. They took something that carved out the middle and they went, what if we didn't?
I
Which,
I really
again,
think it's pandering to folks that self-diagnose themselves to a certain degree to be able to dole out more medication and get paid for it.
well, the
There's
thing is
no
that
medication.
there's not medication.
Well, I was
for
getting
autism.
at that a little bit. It's a mix of medication / other forms of treatment. I'll add that, admittedly, and people's fees.
Well,
it's-
yeah, treatment is what I mean when I say medication. Like, oh, well, now you have to go to the therapist 4 times a week and stuff like that, and then they get more
Yeah.
money.
I don't really think therapy works either, to be honest.
It
Well,
doesn't. I don't like therapy either.
It depends on what sort of thing you're going to. If you're just going to go talk to shrink every few days, and that's what you've been prescribed, that I have absolutely no interest in. I don't think that it has any real utility. The way that they used to treat, in air quotes, autism and autism-related disorders was they would have courses on how to do certain things. So one thing that you can do with someone who, like, I have difficulty reading facial expression. I can learn someone's facial expressions. I can't universalize that knowledge from one person to another person, but as I get to know someone, I get to know their facial expressions, and I can then read their facial expressions. So, having someone go to a course where it kind of helps them with, rather than doing this action, here's a better way of dealing with it. A good example is, rather than avoiding eye contact entirely, one of the better ways of dealing with eye contact aversion is don't look at the eyes, look at the nose.
Or the forehead.
Or the forehead.
Huh.
And the further
Yeah.
away someone is, the further away you can look.
I have to do forehead because noses freak me out.
Yep. But you
Right
can
to
do
the nose for me.
bridge of the nose, you can do right above the bridge of the nose, dead center forehead. And like I said, the further away someone is from you, the further away from making eye contact you're able to look without seeming like you're avoiding eye contact.
General question. Wait, you're supposed to be making eye contact? Do you like look at one eye or both eyes or like the left eye or the right eye? I never
I
got
don't
that.
know. I look at forehead or bridge
Yeah.
of the nose, and I look
Okay,
further
normal
away
people.
as they're further away.
Normal people on the crew. What eye do you look at?
I switch from eye to eye sometimes. Like I'll be looking at
Oh.
the right, then I'll look at the left,
Yeah,
I'll
like-
look at the right, and then yeah,
Kind of between the eye, and then you follow their eyes.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to ask.
Yeah, it's a question because neither of us fucking knew.
I'm like looking in the middle of people's foreheads, so I don't know.
I stare at the bridge of their nose because it's close enough that no one goes, "Why aren't you looking at me in the eye?" They just go,
Honestly,
"Okay." Make
That was actually back when I masked. I don't even look at people in the face anymore. People often like fucking ask me about that. They're like, "Why won't you look at me while I'm talking to you?" And I'm like, "Cause like I want to hear you. If I'm looking at your face and I'm trying to focus on that, I'm not gonna hear a fucking thing you're saying. I'm just gonna be thinking about your pores." So
I just completely automate, look at the bridge of the nose, and if I start thinking, then it becomes, how long was the last time since I blinked? Am I
Right.
staring too long?
am I doing the normal human thing?
Or by staring this poor bastard down.
Or you have like, I have a problem with walking. Like, you know, you're supposed to move your arms. So I'm like, am I moving my arms too much? Am I moving my arms too little? Am I doing it in the right direction? I don't know. And then, so yeah, now I don't do that shit anymore. I do me, and if people think it's weird, they can fucking deal with it.
Yeah, normally I don't move my arms.
People find it really weird if you don't move your arms.
Yeah, but I also find that they find it even weirder when you move the arm as the leg is moving forward. But if I'm moving my arms, that's how I do it. Because I had to walk with a cane for a little bit due to my bad knee.
Yeah.
Which means that I would have my left arm move when my left leg moved. And it feels really fucking weird swinging both your arms forward as your left leg moves and then doing fucking nothing when your right leg's moving. So I'd move left arm, left leg, right arm, left or right leg.
How long did it take you to get used to a cane? It took me like a good year, 2 years to learn how to walk with one of them dang things.
I actually didn't have a problem.
Huh.
Man, I started using a cane when I was like 20, and I didn't really have a problem with it. People say I walk with it wrong, but I walk with it where it works for me. So.
Well, yeah, as long as it's supporting you. I thought that's what you figure out how it's going to make sure you don't get weak in your leg and topple over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And there's two different schools of walking with a cane. There's you walk with the cane on the opposite side.
Yeah, I can't do that. I fall over.
On the same side. I walk with the cane on the same side.
Me too.
Yeah, I have to do the same side too as the leg that gets weak. I can't do the opposite side either.
And the thing is that
my oldest, she can't use a cane at all.
Yeah, when it comes to the cane, the reason why you do either same side or opposite side is if it's a weakness issue, you do same side. If it's a balance issue, you do opposite side.
Ah.
That makes sense. See, I didn't even know that. I just naturally had it on the side to where it was, weak. But that makes sense because on the opposite side, it'd be like replacing that one unbalanced leg. That makes sense.
It keeps you from tipping to the side that now has the leg raised when you have it on the opposite side. So it makes you more firm. Whereas when it's because of weakness, you use the cane on the same side because that way you're able to have the weight on your leg, but then you're able to kind of lean on your hand more, pulling some of the weight off the weak leg.
So, yeah, because you'll move the cane with your leg. That's what I do. I move it with my leg when I walk. Ergo, when I put my foot down, I'm putting pressure on my arm and the cane and not just on my leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was tricky to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. See, my oldest can't figure out the cane issue either, so she's got a rollator, one of those rolling walkers.
Oh.
Also, she has a place to sit all the time.
Yeah, I couldn't do that because it's you remember scooters, right?
What kind? There's a lot of times with scooters.
Like razors?
Like razor scooters.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So the sort that she's talking about, Kefti, the rollator, is think of that only raised up so it's about knee height. So the bed of it's raised up to knee height, the wheels are still at the bottom. And then you rest your entire shin on that.
Oh.
So
what I meant was the actual walkers with like the seat.
One of those.
They're all wheels. Yeah, they're all wheels. They don't have like the regular walker thing. You have to put tennis balls on it.
I know them. Yeah.
Leg one where it's just to allow you not to put pressure on your foot.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about like that because I know people who've had like pieces of their foot taken off and they use those. Where it's a rollator, but only for one leg.
Yep, that's the one I thought you were talking about. My mistake.
Nah, the one I'm talking about is like the one old people have all the time. That way you can sit down.
Shelf and seat.
No tennis balls.
Oh, no tennis balls on
there? They're wheels. They're just wheels.
It's a rollator, so she pushes it and has like brakes when you want to sit and.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
some of them have a little pouch in the front.
I was thinking of the one that has the tennis balls on the back because it has wheels on the front. So
Yeah.
when you go to move forward, you kind of angle it so that you're angled onto the wheels. And then when you're about to take the step forward, you set it back down so that the tennis balls hit.
No, these are the more advanced, fancier ones with 4 wheels.
Okay.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's a lot of versions of walkers. And I understand why, too, because, like, the man I used to take care of 24 hours a day, we gave him a rollator with the 4 wheels, and he ended up falling more because he would go running with it.
Yep.
And we had to take it away from him and give him an old-fashioned walker with the tennis balls, because I was like, no, you're not allowed to have wheels anymore.
We're clipping your wings, sir.
One time he fell down a hill. He fell down a hill.
Oh my god, poor guy.
He broke the steel fucking frame to this walker because he went running and then fell sideways down a hill.
Ow.
Yeah, I was like, I told you to stop running. He was a Vietnam vet. You know how they are. Like,
You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. You're like, you're not my mom.
You don't understand until the trees start speaking Vietnamese.
Alright, but Chris is out of the shower, so we gotta get ready for bed now. So I got about
time anyways for us because it's about 9 minutes from the 30.
Okay, are we closing up soon or?
Yeah.
Alright, I could stay like a few more minutes, so.
Okay. So do we want to do a little bit more talk, or shall we go straight to parting words and say our goodbyes?
Oh, well, we can say our goodbyes. This seems like a clean exit.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about walkers at this point. So.
Yeah,
I've had to deal with crutches.
This is adulthood.
Like that.
We old.
I'm not old. I just have a crippled leg. A crippled leg that's stronger than normal leg. My crippling's weird.
Yes.
The crippling. Sounds like a movie title.
But it's strong.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think we've voted buys.
Yep. So who wants to give their parting words first?
No one.
Donkey, you fell out
By the teacher.
twice.
Yes.
This is your
You go
punishment.
first.
I don't want to go first.
Just tough titties. Do it.
Okay, you know what, Donkey? I'll save you. I'll go first.
How will he ever learn? This is not how you parent.
Look, it'll give him time to think about something good to say for, deciding to clean out his fucking keyboard during a live show. So I'll give him the time. I'm buying you some time, sir, so it better be good. Alright, my goodbye. And I raise my hands as in the Senate. And please forgive the rain in the background. Hey, Sanguine of Mathghamhain.
The fuck?
Mathghamhain.
Mega Man.
Mega Man. Hey, Sanguine of Mega Man. I'm always happy to join you on your shows. I always enjoy chatting with you. I think we have some fun conversations.
Always a good time.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody in the panel for joining. Equally fun conversations, and also everybody in chat too. Thank you for watching and hanging out. But I want to say God bless, and I love y'all.
Copy that. Donkey.
Okay.
What do you need from the donkey?
Oh my God, say
God
bye.
damn it! Do you have the memory of a fucking goldfish?
It's on the falling down the stairs.
Say bye-bye.
Vote no on the Australian voice amendment and destroy the local government.
We said no more destroying the government for goodbye.
And I think it's fair to
Boo!
say,
Don't listen to the American.
You bought him
Oh, that's
time,
Poptart.
and he still failed you. You tried to give him time, and he squandered it.
Yeah, he did the same one he's done for the past 6 years.
Dude, hold on. First off, yeah, you didn't even give Kefki a shot to say good night, and
Oh, I'm going to.
no. I'm talking to Eeyore. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
Wasn't I called out to be next
And you were
after you
hold on.
anyway?
You were talking through Poppy and Sora's goodbyes too. You started blah, 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 blah.
Oh, for God's sakes.
What do
Tabernacle.
you expect from Mr. 3-inch charge over there?
Don't you dare start with the tabernacle.
Okay, I'm just gonna say thanks for having me. This is the most socialization I get all week. So, whoop. All right, bye.
Yay! Good night,
Copy
Poppy.
Night.
Sora, Kefki, which of you wants to hop in next?
I'll go. I just want to say that I think there should be more attention brought on to those of us who suffer from the hidden disability that Sanguine pointed out of not being able to stomach the disgustingness that is the leaves of the cilantro plant. And people who make fun of us are discriminating.
It's a
And
crippling
those
disability.
are laws. It is a crippling, invisible disability, and you are mean for making fun. Good night.
Kefki?
Yes. Chimkin butt.
Okay. No one even said, guess what?
That's okay. I heard it in my head.
And before I leave off, I'm going to quickly say that next week there's going to be a stand-in keeper for the Tuesday show, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. And then
Wait,
there's...
who's standing in for Tuesday?
So
Wednesday.
this week was... No, not
Sorry.
Wednesday. It's Tuesday. So Skep Tock is going to have to step down for a while. His family and real life are making things a little bit difficult to always be able to do Tuesday. So he'll occasionally, hopefully, be able to do a stream, but won't be able to commit to it every week. So there's going to be a stand-in next week, and then the following week, so 2 Tuesdays hence, there'll be a hangout in the Discord where it'll just be a bunch of us hopping in throughout the night, chatting shit, having fun. Anyone that wants to jump in, you're welcome to jump in and chat shit with us. There won't be a stream that night. It'll just be people talking from like 17:30 CST until people decide, you know what? Nah, I'm done, and leave.
Okay, so
It's going to be a DIY stream.
yeah, well, no,
In
it
Discord.
Won't be a stream. It'll
wait,
just be
hold on.
old school Discord hangout.
Well,
Very
hold on.
nice.
Sanguine, where can we find a link to this Discord server that you're talking
It's
about?
in the description, Adam.
Oh my goodness, Eeyore, you ruin the bit every fucking time.
He was prompting. The mentioning of the Discord link can be found in every description for our streams. And just to make sure that everyone is able to snag it easily, let me quickly copy this, and I'll slap it in chat right now.
Okay, I gotta, I'm breaking out character. Donkey, you know I love you, man.
Without the
Yes.
slash, I ended up hitting slash and enter at the same time. My fingers are fucking huge. Give me a break. But
Don't worry, I know we were just giving each other shit.
We are trying to entertain the audience, so we got to be bombastic
I
to a
hope that
degree.
you aren't trying to give each other shit. That's a
No,
terrible
not
present.
that. Come on, sir.
But
That's later.
oh,
go ahead.
Like, squeeze me?
Whoa!
well, it sounds like that's part of the plan at some point. I mean, what is he going to do? Just wait for you to pass it normally? No, he's going to squeeze the shit out of you.
No, actually, we're gonna go and do some karaoke later, so be sure to
Oh,
catch
very
that.
nice.
Oh yeah, should be fun.
But now that I've done that announcement, and you'll hear that announcement throughout next week as well, just to make sure that everyone's heard it.
Well, that's cool. We hope to see everybody joining our some of you.
Tuesday bullshit night.
Yeah, Tuesday bullshit night. Hang
I'll
out with
be
us in
there.
Discord. Oh jeez.
We want people to join us, donkey. But I'll leave off with my standard of, if you're passionate about something, make sure that you devour it. Don't let it devour you. And with that, have a good night all. The zoo is closed.
Good night.
Night.
And now I click this button, and I wait.